welcome. You have tuned in to Do Better Wednesdays with Charity, your host for the show. Um, Thank you for showing up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for allowing me into your home, your heart, your mind for the next 30 minutes. Today, we are focusing on balancing our lives. Is it possible to have balance? I walked in today and CEO Lady J was laid out, tired, exhausted. I love this girl. She works so hard, and I appreciate everything that she does. And she just goes hard. And so many women and men that I know, they just go hard on a daily basis. And the question is, can we balance it all? Can we enjoy our families, enjoy our lives, enjoy the money we make enjoy, uh, have peace, um, and do it all? Can we work? Can we hustle? Can we do? Can we? That's the question. For me, I I can feel imbalanced right now. I'm a little off. So I am grateful that at this particular time in my life, that when I realize that I am imbalanced, I can catch it. I know for a fact that when my spiritual life is not in order, everything else for me falls. So I have to be able to catch myself now and not go into some of the things that I've experienced in the past. Last year, when I talked prior, 3 weeks ago, when I first started this show, I kind of shared some of the things I experienced, and I kind of feel it. I kind of feel the same feelings that I was feeling then. It was about the beginning of the year. So right now, I'm in a place where I want to assess what's going on with my life right now. I have a lot going on. I do a lot. I really do. Um, but I also make everything um, a priority over Jesus. And that is what I have to catch. I cannot add him into my life. He is my life. So I have to start, walk, and live my life in him. Otherwise, I will be, I just feel overwhelmed. Being busy is what I can do. I can do busy. Overwhelmed, I can't do. So I am grateful for the for the for the knowledge to know when it's time for me to reassess and get myself back in order. Um, One of the things that I had written down as far as me being spiritually out of balance, um, when I was going through a really tough season, I was in my Bible, I was listening to all the word I could get. I just did it all, everything to keep my mind at peace and kept my spirit at peace. And once things kind of started settling down, not that I didn't do it anymore, but I didn't do it to the magnitude that I had done it while in trouble. So for me, I feel like I need to constantly be in prayer. I need to constantly be in the word. I have to do it. It's I have to do it for my sanity. So when I do step back and I understand that, oh, I fell asleep without praying. Hold on, I'm that tired that I fall asleep before I get on my knees and pray. That's an issue, and we have to catch it. I want you to be able to know that. I mean, it's not nothing. You can't go through anything and say, "Oh my God, I didn't do it. I'm a failure." No, it's, "Oh, I didn't do it. I gotta do better." You gotta do better. That's it. So I made a conscious decision to become balanced. I decided just today to work on getting my life in order. Um, Jesus first, my husband, my children, and everything else after that. And I need to live in that order. I have to do that. If I do not do that, I will constantly be overwhelmed. I won't be able to accomplish the things I need to accomplish. So instead of me saying, you know what, I quit, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, No, it's not about quitting or just saying, I'm just going to turn off my phone or I'm just going to do this. You have to make a conscious effort to make Jesus a priority and then do everything else. Now, if your phone doesn't, if your phone's not a part of it, cut that thing off and you handle that later. But you, at this particular time, you need to constantly um, go into prayer and ask for guidance, seek guidance. You cannot just do it on your own. You need to have a great support team around you that when instead of people say, hey, add more, they say, well, hold on, what are you doing? What you got going on? Do you need help with anything? Like when you have a support system like that, now that means that you have some good people on your team and you want to keep those people on your team. um, One of the things that I was reminded, even in this, just me thinking over the last couple of days, um, the beginning of the year is really rough on me. Only because my mother passed the beginning of the year. My mother passed Mother's Day, 2010. I mean, we have her birthday, everything um, that happens now is kind of like bittersweet. So I typically go hard the beginning of the year because I don't want to think about it. But for me, I think actually understanding the emotions that I'm actually feeling and pushing through and working through them instead of trying to push them down and not actually feel them. That overwhelms me. That makes things a little harder. So if you are going into a season where you're feeling more overwhelmed and everything just annoys you and you just get an attitude and you're just mad, if you're going through that, you kind of got to go back, because what I will not do is go into that season, that experience what I experienced last year, because a lot of that was me. A lot of that was putting myself through things, trying to hide what I was really going through. So I'm not going back to that. So guess what? I'm going to check it. I'm going to catch it, and I'm going to do better. I want to, the feelings that I feel, I would rather feel them than suffer the repercussions of just doing too much and being overwhelmed and be up to, my heart was so heavy. My heart was really heavy, and I knew my heart wasn't right because everybody got on my nerves. Everything annoyed me. Everything was all bad, and it wasn't even that bad. But for me, because I was actually feeling, I was going through grief, and a lot of times, you don't really, people don't tell you that, when someone passes and anniversaries and things like that pop up, your subconscious actually still realizes that. You can block it out all you want, but there are things that happen and it's around the same time, and your body still goes through those motions. You'll actually still kind of feel that thing, and it's not okay. Like, it's not okay to 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 suppress it. You have to address it, acknowledge it, cry about it, feel what you really need to feel, and then go and say thank you, Jesus. Anyhow, that's the piece what I did. It took me months to get to the thank you, Jesus. Anyhow, and I'm not doing that this time. Like, I will not do that. Um, I really, for me, I really need to, and maybe this is you too, actually get a calendar, a for real, instead of using my phone, because I will put 5 things in my schedule. I will put 5 things at the same time, the same day. I will put it in my calendar, and I'm like, oh, let me check my calendar, and then bam, I done overbooked 4 different things. I can't even do it. So I'm learning to prioritize. And I say I'm learning because every day I'm just trying to do something a little different to make things better for me, make things better for my family. And I want you to be able to do the same thing. I don't want you to feel like, it's just too much, I want to give up. I want you to feel like this is so much. What am I lacking? What am I not doing correctly? What can I adjust to make things better? How can I just give myself and not be so overwhelmed? For me, that's getting more into my word. For me, that's actually putting the world aside for a minute and saying, you know what, Jesus, it's just me and you. I have to do that. I have to do that. And I'm saying it so much because I'm literally telling myself right now I have to do it, because I have a list of things that I have to do before I leave here. Don't we all? I have my boys sitting right here ready for us to do the next event. You know, um and I need to start understanding there are some things that are a priority, and then there are others that just aren't. And when we understand that there are things that are not priority in our lives, um, we'll live a happier, healthier life. You know, you're not always going to be happy. Everything's not going to go well. You know, I'll still continue to be a busy person. I'll still have things that are going to be just too much for me at the time. But with Jesus, I can do anything. I've told my children that for years through Christ. You can do anything in him. But I have to stay in him. You have to stay in him, or you will be an overwhelmed, overworked person. And it's not okay. Because it's no good for anybody. If you're a parent, if you're a teacher, if you're if you're a social worker, if you're going and you're overworked and you're overwhelmed, what do you have to give somebody? It's not going to be the fullness of God if you are so messed up in the moment. And it's not a total mess up. It's not that everything's just falling apart. It's just you need to slow it down. You need to regroup. You need to prepare. You need to get yourself. You see, I even started talking slow. You feel me? Everything is just a go, go, go with me. And I gotta slow down. You have to slow down. I challenge you to take a minute and just slow down. Breathe. Understand that life is short. You only live once. Tomorrow's not promised. Enjoy what you have going on right now. If there are things that you are dealing with, guess what? If they are not adding to your life, it is time to let it go. Okay? Job 31:6. Let me be weighed in an even balance, that God might know mine integrity. Job 31:6. Let me be weighed in an even balance, that God may know mine integrity. That's all it's about. Let me get myself in order so I can walk this walk and walk it the right way. Another thing that I really wanted to share is we should be able to set goals. Long term, short term, a goal is a goal. Let's start setting them. If it's to prepare dinner on Sunday for 3 nights out of the week, if that's a goal that you set it. If it's that you're going to get off of work at 4 o'clock and you're going to go run the track for 30 minutes, 2 days out of the week, set that goal. Reach it. That's an attainable goal. We can do that. Those are things that we can add to our life, and that actually goes back to self-love. There are things that you need to add to your life that'll make it better. That working out and eating right and actually having a schedule and things in order makes you feel good. And when you feel good, you can better prepare your family and the people that you have to come in contact with, and you'll just be able to serve others in the way that you should. And that's all I want to do, is to be able to serve those how I'm supposed to serve them, not giving them what's left. People don't deserve that. When I am moved to do something, you shouldn't get a piece of it. You should just get the total love of God. For me, if that is my duty at the moment, and if I'm not balanced in my life, if I don't have things in order in my life, I can't serve the way that I'm supposed to serve. You cannot do what you're supposed to do if you do not take time and get your house in order. It's necessary. Today is the day. We have to do it. And we need to be able to take a risk. If you want to, if there are things that you know you have to let go of, or things that you have to add to, there are some things that I've added to my life that at the time I knew it was for me. I knew that this was something that, that Jesus put in my heart and something that I was supposed to push forward. Now, when I started getting overwhelmed, I questioned it. Now, wait a minute. Is this something I'm supposed to do? Because it's not supposed to feel like this. And the only reason that I started to feel like I started to feel was because I didn't have things in order. I didn't have my spiritual life in order, my family life in order. I didn't have things in order that it should have been in order. So I lacked. So I wanted to quit. So I just wanted to give up. So sometimes I just want to say, hey, I don't want to do anything today. Sometimes I just don't want to. And that's okay. That type of I just don't want to today. Sometimes this just goes back to your self-love. But wanting to quit, that's not it. That's not a part of the plan. So you have to be able to understand when it's you, and when you're putting yourself through things. And at this particular point, I feel like it's me. I need to balance. I need to get myself in a place where everything flows, but I can't do it. I have to get back into my word. I have to listen. I have to listen and know when things on my end are not going right. And until my spiritual life is in order, everything is going to be imbalanced. That's for me. If that's for you as well, then it's time to start. You have to start somewhere. So if you have a scripture that you used to read, or if you have something that you used to do that got you through, don't wait till the fire comes. Don't wait. Let's do it now. Don't wait till you're totally out of it. Don't wait till you are so overwhelmed that everything is about to blow up. Do it now. We have a call. Getting the phone over here. But I hope this conversation, I hope that it's helping somebody. I hope that if you are feeling overwhelmed at this time, that it kind of opens your eyes, opens your heart, and kind of just, gets you to thinking and figuring out ways that you can do better. Hello, caller. You are on the air with Cece.
How you doing, Cece? My name is Quadir.
Hello, Quadir. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Thanks for calling in.
Now, I'm calling in. I like your topic today. It is about prioritizing your life. And, for me, I always think of 3S. Your faith, family, and finance.
Absolutely.
I think it goes in those three.
Absolutely.
Whatever your faith is, whether it's Allah, Jesus, Jehovah, whatever it is, you want to make that your priority, number one.
Absolutely.
Like you said, you want to go, before you go to bed, you want to pray. When you wake up that next day, you should be grateful that you even awakened.
Absolutely.
But then you start off with your family. And I think the family is second because, your faith will give you the energy and the structure that you need in order to put your family in that structure.
Absolutely.
You got to teach our children independence. I think a lot of kids today are dependent on mommy,
right,
daddy, in order to make it through the day. You got to show them, like when I was a kid, I had to catch the bus to school, or I had to walk. Utilizing public transportation.
Yes.
To be more independent.
Yes.
I think that's also part of the, equation, is just teaching the children how to be independent, so when they become adults, they still don't rely on you as much. They still will, but they can handle more things on their own.
For sure.
And then I think from there, your finances will fall in place because of your faith.
Absolutely.
Whatever is for you, like my grandmother said, whatever's for you, Jesus got it lined up for you, so you're going to get it. It's yours.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I just think that If you do those three S right there, faith, family, and finance, you organize it like that,
Yes.
I think you'll be very successful, whatever level of success you're trying to obtain. Because
Absolutely.
everybody got a different level of it.
Absolutely.
So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to add my little 5 cents, not two.
I appreciate it.
Doing good work, and I'll be calling.
Thank you. Thanks for listening. Always. Thank you for everything you do for the show, for me. Alrighty. I totally appreciate that. I love that. Faith, family, and finance. I feel like as long as the faith is in order, everything else is gonna work out. There is no way on earth that my God will ever fail me. There are things that we have to go through in order to get through. So I feel like because we go through, then and we go through and we glorify Jesus through it and in it and after it, then there's nothing that we can't do. As long as we go through it and there is victory on the end of it, and there's always going to be victory if you're in Him. There's always going to be victory. So never feel like when you are overwhelmed and when things are not going the way you want, never feel like that you're in trouble or this is a punishment. It's not. It's just a test. And at the end of the test will be your testimony. And that's what you need to understand. At the end of the day, this test that you are going through, that we are all going through, we already have the victory. I plan on getting that A. You feel me? Right now, I'm at a C. I plan on passing this test with flying colors. Every test is thrown at me, even if I fail a little bit, I won't totally fall. You feel me? Like we need to. I mean, as a community, if you know me, you know that I just want to uplift others. If I see you down, if I see that there are things that I can help with, I'm gonna push and I'm gonna help you as much as I can. But when it goes back to the self-love, I have to, when you get on an airplane and they say when the oxygen mask comes down, you put the oxygen mask on first before you help somebody else. That's where I'm at right now. I got to make sure my oxygen mask is on to be able to effectively help others. So that's what I'm pushing for right now. When I'm trying to get my life balanced and get myself in order, is getting myself in order. I have to keep myself in order so that I can do what I need to do for Jesus. And that's what I'm here for. There's nothing else in this world that I want to do besides serve Him and glorify Him and let my light shine in Him only. I really feel like there are many women. I'm gonna speak for the women because I am one. So I'm just gonna speak on us. We go above and beyond. We kill ourselves. We just say no to some things. I mean, even our children just do the most. They just want this, and this, and they want it now. Not all the time, but sometimes we just rip and run all over the city, and get off work, then run to meetings and games, and then go to other meetings and try to get home in time, and nobody really gets 100% because we just ripping and running. So I just challenge mothers to just sometimes say no to these kids. We love them. They know we love them, but we have to. I do it because my children are. I love them to death. I really do. I mean, I will go above and beyond for them. But sometimes they don't even need it. I will drive myself crazy, and my kids don't even. It's something that is silly, like silly things. Like I have to be able to literally say no to them. And Cheryl, your question again: how do you let go of guilt of taking care of yourself first? It's not guilt. You have to be able. You cannot not take care of yourself. If it For me, I try to do. My husband and I do something once a week together, and then I'll do something with the children. But I'm always going to do something by myself. I don't care what it is, even if it's I mean, I will go and go to a park, go to the 100 acres at the Indiana Museum, or I'll go to the canal. I will always try, or get my hair done. I mean, clear, I got a hat on. So I'm not loving myself right now. I need a hairdo. I'm on my way to you. I mean, you have to be able to give yourself love. Like you are no good if you don't give yourself love. And that's what this is all about. We have to, being balanced is being able to do it all. You have to be able to do it. I think if things are in order, first of all, if it's not for you, I just pray that Jesus just blocks it. If it's not for you, take it out of my way. I don't want it. If things are not for you, then they're not. You want to stay in the will. But when it comes to you and taking care of yourself and taking care of your household, you have to be able to say, man, I need this minute for me. I need this minute for me. For the minute for you is for the family. So you have to do things that in everything in order, but you have to be able to do things for you, and you have to be able to know that it's not a bad thing. It's okay to get out and do things for you, because ultimately, shoot, happy wife, happy life, happy you, happy everybody. And that's real. Do not ever feel guilty about loving yourself and taking care of yourself. That's a part of being balanced. So faith, family, finance. Your faith is number one, because that's where your peace is. I can't have any peace without my Lord and Savior being uplifted. I can't. I cannot do it I can't do this life. I can't do it by myself. So I know that for me, my spiritual well-being is number one. That's the only way I can make it. My family, I love them to death, but me without Jesus is terrible. I mean, it's just real. It's just real. So at this time today, Do Better Wednesdays is coming to an end. I have talked for 28 whole minutes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for continuing to go on this journey with me. I am working on being balanced. Work on becoming more balanced. Whatever balanced is for you, I want you to do it. I think that if we become a generation of balanced individuals and work towards serving each other and serving others, this whole thing will work out just fine. Our tip of the day: go buy an organizer. Buy an organizer that has the calendar, that has the telephone book, that has like lots of nooks and crannies. Get a physical organizer. Don't use your phone yeah, you use it for your scheduling, but have something physical that you can actually put your notes in, and you can put the children's activities and birthdays. Let's kind of go back old school just a little bit. Tell me how it works for you. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. I pray that balance is coming your way. I pray that your home life just blooms, and I love you. I really do. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you soon.